Welcome to this week's episode of the Ranting podcast, the Rant Files, the podcast that has strong opinions and zero filters. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife, Miranda.
Hi.
She's going into this episode completely blind and doesn't know what any of the topics are. So let's get right into it.
Yeah.
This week, I changed up all the topics, so they're all brand new.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start with not giving you like the description.
Okay.
I'll just give you like what it is, and then if you want the descriptions after that, we'll do that.
Ooh, so leave it up to my interpretation.
Kind of, yeah.
Spicy.
See, yeah, because but if you can't think of anything, then I have like a rant and rave.
Okay, that's fair.
So, first up, we got rant or rave. I picked 4 topics, and we'll see which one Miranda wants to rant or rave about. So we got Amazon influence, like Amazon, like the online store.
Yeah.
Right. Electric vehicles, toxic positivity, and cancel culture.
Ooh.
Is that enough, or do you want descriptors for each one, or like examples?
Let's do toxic positivity.
Okay, all right. What do you, when you hear that, what do you think of?
I hate it. People that are.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's like I really believe it's just as bad as like constantly being negative. Honestly, I mean, it's the same thing.
What do you mean?
Like
how do you
the toxic positivity. Well, I guess maybe my interpretation of it is that it's like people that are always like, oh, everything's gonna be okay and it's always gonna work out and blah blah blah. Like just always try to be optimistic and like look on the bright side of things, and like that's cool and all, but sometimes shit sucks, and sometimes you just gotta say, damn, that fucking sucks, man. And that's okay. It's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like to be realistic about shit. Like, that helps me process things. I don't know. It just feels like fake optimism, I guess. Or, like, I don't know.
It's like
What's the word I'm looking
like
for?
false motivation kind of thing.
Kind of. Yeah. Like, or they're just like, I don't know, like, not really being nice. Like it feels very surface level. Or they're like don't really care, and they're just like, it's gonna be fine. Everything's okay.
So do you think there's no scenario where they're actually trying to be nice, where they're actually trying to like help? It's all just kind of.
I mean,
brushing
I'm
off kind of
sure
thing?
that there are people that like they do mean well. Can't make like a sweeping generalization. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, I guess like I said, I'm sure that there are people that do mean well when they're trying to like be positive about a shitty situation. But I just feel like if that's always your go-to and like you never like take a minute, I understand like you don't want to focus on the negativity and like the bad side of things and blah blah blah. I get that. But if you just never consider it at all and you're just always like, it's going to work out, everything's going to be fine, or da da da, like, or even this, it all happens for a reason, or I don't even know. Like, if you just always like have that mentality without ever considering like the possible bad side of things, like, I really feel like you're setting yourself up for failure because you're not giving yourself a realistic outlook on the situation.
Okay.
And I think that helps to like, I mean, I guess personally speaking, it helps me like process my thoughts and emotions about like whatever scenario I'm in. I can't just be like, it's okay, everything's gonna be fine, it's all right. Like I actually really have to be like, okay, for real.
Right.
What could go wrong here?
So-
And like, how can I try and mentally prepare for that?
Yeah.
And like maybe come up with a plan B or C or whatever, you know? And
Course.
like, yeah, I mean, even if I don't like, because there are times that I'm like, it's okay, everything's going to be fine, it's all going to work. But like in the background, I'm like, okay, we really got to start like coming up with some alternate routes or something, you know? But
do you think that
know.
after you are done analyzing the situation and doing all those steps that you just described, do you think do you ever come back to that kind of, not toxic positivity, but that kind of not false motivation, but that you come back to that kind of everything's gonna be okay, it's gonna work out? Or do you just stay in? Because I think this is the way that I look at it is all the analyzing and all that stuff that you just described happens before you get to here. At least internally. If it comes from an external source, then it's different. It's like a friend or something like that. And you're like, and they're just like the toxic positivity.
yeah,
I don't really care for that label, but we'll call it that for now. But because I don't think people are trying to be toxic, I think they're just trying to be supportive.
Yeah, that's
But from like a from an external source, it can seem like they're just like trying to brush it off. Like, you know, your feelings don't matter. Or your opinion doesn't matter. Your worries don't matter.
How I feel like it comes off sometimes, or like, yeah. Or, I guess sometimes it just feels like when you get that immediately that it's like, okay, can we move on? Like, I don't really want to address what's happening right now. I'm just going to say like, everything's going to be fine. And that's like,
you're talking when you're talking to like an external source.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cause I mean, that's what you meant, right?
I mean, this can also,
just talking
I mean,
about.
for the most part, this can also be because of kind of going off of what you just said is kind of how you analyze it internally.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So I think, and this can branch off into kind of two different things, is that there's like I guess like internal, I guess toxic positivity, and there's the external, right?
Yeah.
I think they're two very different things.
I suppose.
So how you were like talking about it, it seemed like how you're like analyzing situations and like you need that analyzing period to be like, well, not everything's like, nothing's guaranteed. Like the good outcome isn't guaranteed. So I need to analyze all of the scenarios, right? But then I think coming back to once you're done analyzing, this is internally, of course, once you're done analyzing, I think it's very healthy to come back to that, you know, toxic positivity, you know, because you're just reassuring yourself, you know?
I mean, I guess
Whereas like an external source, I completely agree, is like, and you hit on this a couple weeks ago, I think somebody was, I forget what context, it may have been with Gabe, or we were having a conversation with somebody and you hit on the topic of this very thing. And it was somebody that was, I don't know, you were describing a scenario where like you were talking about something and they were just giving you like this like toxic positivity where everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
I literally don't remember.
You were talking about something like that. And I think that is toxic positivity for sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I mean is that it's without the analyzing, I guess.
Yeah. The blindly.
Yeah.
Like, everything's gonna be fine. It'll work out.
Yeah. That's kind of what I mean. Especially like if someone's, you know, they're venting to me or they're talking to me about like some shit that they're going through or something, I really try not to just be like, you know, it's all right. It's going to work out because like,
you know how you feel about it. Yeah, right.
Well, I feel like it's just very, like, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? It just feels like I'm brushing them off,
Passive.
you know? Yeah.
Passive, yeah.
And like I don't care or whatever. And I think that a lot of people really just want like the validation of like their feelings
to be heard,
you
kind of
know?
thing,
Yeah. So I noticed anyway, and maybe this is just because like I've worked in customer service a lot, but people like it when like they say something and you're like, that really sucks. And like they kind of stop and they're like, that does suck.
It's like a validation.
It does. Yeah. And like they're almost ready for you to be like, oh, it's okay. Or so, you know, and it's like they almost don't realize that they need to hear that validation.
Yeah.
Like you see the look on their face when they're just like, holy shit, that does suck. And like sometimes, and this is why I get stuck talking to people because I do shit like that. And then they just like vent and they're like, you know what? Yes, da da da. And the whole time I'm like, you're right. That does, that's absolutely. And you know what? Most of the time, they're right. That shit does suck.
Yeah. And also, like, I'll always hate it. I hate when you talk to people because then I get stuck there like, okay, can we get back to what we're doing?
But do it when you're there.
But, I mean, it happens. But to think on, like, the other side of it, to be a little less selfish about it, you may be changing people's days. Like, you may have just changed, like, that person at Best Buy.
Yeah.
You know, a month or so ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you may have just, like, changed their day.
So,
you know?
I had one client, when I used to work at the office, and she was talking about how like the person she was in a relationship with was like, you know, they had been really sick and stuff like that. And we were just talking about it, and I was like, that really sucks. And, you know, like, I don't know what's more difficult if you like not knowing and then like passing away, or having the lead up to it. And like, you have to kind of like, you're building that moment up and you're kind of reconciling it with yourself. And then by the time when it gets to that point, you almost feel like you don't need to grieve anymore. And like, we were having this whole conversation about it, and we got through the end of it, and she was like, thanks. Like, she's like, this is the first time I've really gotten to like talk about it, you know? And she's like, since they got sick, it's really just like been about them. And so, you know,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And so she's like, it's nice being able to like acknowledge it and say it out loud.
Yeah.
And so like something like that, that's where I'm like, oh my God, I do feel really nice doing that.
Yeah.
And like, it almost makes me emotional.
And you're validating their,
Yeah.
because they are their own person,
exactly.
you know, and they're so focused on the other half that they don't get any time for themselves. They don't get recognized for how they're feeling. That makes sense.
Exactly. And I think a lot of time people are just like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
And like when you have these like passing interactions and stuff, like
Yeah,
it's always just like, okay, whatever, next person, da 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 da. Like I think a lot of people start to just feel like a number at some point, you know?
Okay.
So
in that context,
my point of
toxic positivity, like that label makes sense, because then you're kind of just brushing off somebody's feelings or validation, and you're kind of just like, you know, you're just like, so like the examples that I have here match with that perfectly. Exactly what your interpretation of the topic was. So like one was you don't need to just smile through it. Some things just suck.
Exactly. Like sometimes you just need to say that fucking sucks.
But then on the other hand, some people look at it differently. Some people may look at it like optimism can be a powerful anchor in dark times. But I think to me, that is two different scenarios. I think the first one is coming from like an external source.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like the other one, the second one, optimism can be a powerful anchor in dark times. I think that's more of like an internal thing. Because like I said, like analyzing all the situations and scenarios and kind of the different outcomes, and that's how you make a decision. That's how you make a educated decision. Yeah. Right? Informed decision. But that's all internal, right? But I think in there's two ways that you can take it. You can analyze all those things, and then I feel like you can go one of two ways. You can be like, it's going to work out because I analyze the situation. I'm making an educated, you know, decision or guess, whatever the case may be, right? Or you can look at it like, oh, this is going to suck. My life's over. Fucking dark times are coming or whatever. There's two different ways. So I think optimism can be a powerful anchor in dark times.
Well, yeah, you know? But I think, I mean, I guess I just stand by what I said, that like you need to maybe, you know what? I don't have toxic positivity. I have toxic realism, because I think that you need to, you always have to look at both sides of it. Like I don't know.
But I
maintain that opinion that like, I think having that, I do agree that like you do need to have optimism. You should, you know, try and look on the bright side of things and blah, blah, blah. But if you're doing all of that without considering where it could go wrong and like considering alternates or, you know, like other plans or whatever, I really believe you're setting yourself up for failure, because what happens if you're leaning on this optimism and it's just not working out?
Right.
And you have nothing to fall back on.
Yeah. Like, so you're talking about just pretty much ignoring the risks, basically, is what you're.
Yeah. I feel like.
So blind optimism is kind of that category.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose that's kind of how I lump it together.
Yeah, I think that's a different.
I suppose maybe that's where I'm incorrect then.
No, I mean, there's nothing incorrect about it. It's just a different, I think it's a different topic, because blind optimism is very dangerous. I agree.
Yeah.
Because like if you're refusing to acknowledge risks and factors such as those, I think that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because like not everything is just going to work out. Like it's based off the decisions that you make with the information that you have, you know. But that's blind optimism, I think, is a different topic than the toxic positivity. Yeah. I think what you originally said though is spot on. Like especially like the external sources, how people like, you know, validating somebody's feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's where the toxic part, because I had a hard time kind of trying to wrap my head around like that toxic positivity. Not really interpret it, but just like I didn't like the toxic positivity label, because I look at it as like, you know, optimism can be a powerful anchor in dark times. That is, but like I said, we're analyzing kind of the internal versus the external sources, right? So external, like I said, is
Yeah.
you talking to another person, like the person at Best Buy or whatever, you validating their feelings, is the opposite of toxic positivity, because like you're like, you know what, that does suck. You know, you're not just like, oh, everything's gonna be fine, it'll be okay, because you're just kind of brushing them off.
Yeah. Well, because then, I mean, my approach is always like the validate, like acknowledging that situation. Then like, okay, well, here's like, what are some possible solutions, or like how, you know, and then like I'll try and figure out like, okay, how can we make this a more positive or optimistic, you know, something or whatever. But like sometimes you can't.
With somebody else or with you? Like internal or
I'm
external?
talking about like as me being the external source to somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that's just the approach that I take.
Do you ever run into scenarios where you actually have that time? Like, because you're kind of diving into like a personal, like
I mean, when I was working at the office, I would have like an hour of their time at least.
Yeah, I guess so. So you would actually go the lengths of like, let's figure this out. Really? Interesting. See, I just I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I would feel like I'm prying, because like with me, like if you ask for help, then that's different than me just like, because that's another topic right there. Is honestly, you know, is like, are you forcing your opinion on somebody else?
That's okay. Yeah. So obviously in the professional setting, especially, I was like very careful to not
you have to be,
not overstep like that. Like I wouldn't ever ask like super intrusive questions or anything like that. But I will say like it's surprising the amount of information that people just tell you.
Tell
me.
Yeah. People just tell you their whole fucking life story.
People tell me shit all the time.
And then you just keep it going. So like I think for you it would be easier.
I just like talking to people sometimes.
Yeah. But I think it would be more, I guess, more natural for you to get that deep into a conversation, because the conversation is already kind of being, I don't want to say being steered, but it's already kind of going in that direction. You know what I mean? Like you guys are talking like your buddies. So it's a lot more natural for you to be like, well, have you tried this? Or what about this? You know, something like that. Whereas like somebody that's not.
I have a lot of random useless knowledge too. So I'll be like, oh, actually, did you know this? Or something like that. I'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Right.
That gets people going too. I have a problem.
Yes, I know.
God.
But
I got to learn to shut the fuck up.
I mean, but like I said, though, you know, you could be changing these people's lives, or at the very least their days.
Yeah, I
really
maybe
not
just
their lives,
try to like
but
be nice, I guess.
Because I think the majority of people, well, yeah, obviously, but I think the majority of people don't take that time. Yeah. I think they're just like, oh, it'll be okay, it'll be fine, it'll buff, you know, it'll work out.
Yeah, people are always really quick to just like brush people off and like move on to the next and stuff.
Right.
So even if it is a quick interaction, sometimes it's just like, you know, if it is something that sucks, I'm like, oh, that sucks. I mean, hopefully that'll work out better or something, you know, like I'll throw that in at the end and like continue on about my day. But even I
think the key word there though, that kind of differentiates these scenarios is the hopefully that you put in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not like, you know, first of all, you're validating their feelings. You're like, oh, that does suck. Hopefully, you know, hopefully that blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. Whereas like other people are just like, they don't add in that, oh, well, that sucks. They're just immediately like, it'll be all right.
And it's like, it's going to work out. I guess, that always just kind of annoys me because I'm like, you don't even know if it's going to work out. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Exactly, right. Like, so that's more like brushing off where you're like, you're actually giving them hope. You're like, hopefully this works out.
Yeah, well, I just try to be like, give a genuine answer about it. Like I don't know. I just say shit. I guess I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I mean, you did though. You did it perfectly.
It just comes out naturally, is what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense though. But like I said, I think the biggest differentiator is that you validate and then you add in that hopefully. I think that completely separates the scenarios from, you know, this toxic positivity where you know, some things just suck.
Yeah.
You know, so
I guess that would be like my piece of advice to like people stop doing that.
But
validate people's feelings. And then like, if you have a minute, or just give them like a well wish. Don't just say like everything's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Just like
I don't know.
hopefully.
Yeah. I think some people have
I hope that
the
works
best
out
in,
for you.
I think people have, not people as in all people.
I mean, yeah.
But there are some people that have a genuine
I think I just
like
overthink
positive mindset where they're like they genuinely want you to like feel better, or they genuinely want it to work out for you. So they don't mean to like brush you off. They're just like, I don't know if over optimistic is
that's
the
what I'm
word,
saying, is that
like,
I think a lot of people are just stuck in their own shit too, that they're like just going up, doing their own thing, and like, I don't have time to devote to this and blah blah blah. And I'm not saying I have time, I don't. I really should stop doing it as much as I do. But like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think you would be able to though, because it just comes naturally to you.
Yeah.
You would actually have to you would have to make a point to be like, I can't do this. And I just don't think that's you. I don't think that's going to come natural. You're going to have to fight that natural instinct. So I don't think it'll ever change. But I think the good thing, though, is like I said, is you could be changing somebody's day. Like you could be the only person. That person could be going through the worst day of their lives. And then they run into you. And out of the 10 people that they've talked to that day, you're the only one that validated their feelings.
Yeah.
That could completely change their day.
Hopefully.
So, you know what I mean?
Maybe I remember there was one person that I talked to. They like worked at a hotel, and I had to call and like get some shit figured, like accounting shit figured out. And they were so nice, and I still think about them. And I'm like, so hopefully that's the same sentiment other people have.
Okay.
I don't know. It was when I was working a really shitty corporate job, and I was like, you know what? It was really nice talking to you. Yeah. I was like, I hope if I have to call you guys again, you're working.
That's funny.
But like just something like that I was having such a horrible time. And I was like, you're just the nicest person ever.
Right. But yeah, I definitely think that there's two main, like almost like subcategories to this topic, though, is the internal versus external. I think it's I think the scenario is drastically different when it comes to this toxic positivity, because I think when you get into, honestly, I think the toxic positivity, like the internal side of it, I don't even think would be toxic positivity. I think it'd be blind optimism. I think that's the category it would fall
like
under.
Being delusional.
I mean, that's blind optimism. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that's what it would. I think that's what it becomes. But I think you have to have that once you're done analyzing all the scenarios and you actually come to a decision. You can have that even if you are in dark times. I think you can still have that optimism and be like, it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest difference.
I mean, but I still always consider. I panic. Whatever. Anyway.
That's true. Very, very, very true.
I have anxiety.
Yes.
That's why I am the way that I am.
Oh, goodness. All right. Are you ready to move on? Okay. Next up is Am I the Asshole? Every week I'll pick one Am I the Asshole story, and we'll see what Miranda thinks. So this one's actually kind of funny. This one is titled, Would I be the asshole if I didn't move in with my boyfriend till his elderly cat passes? Whoa. I've been in a long-term relationship with an amazing man for the past few years. He partially owns a flat, so an apartment kind of thing. I think it's an apartment, right? A flat or a house?
I think so.
Apartment? Yeah. With a family member, and I'm considering buying a flat in the next year or so. We used to live together in the past, but I moved out partially due to the following issues with his cat. He has an elderly cat who we took in a few years ago after a relative died. This relative was very elderly and didn't really teach this cat to use a litter box. As a result, this cat pooped under this relative's bed as habit. When they cleaned this family member's estate, they said the house was full of poop and the area under the bed was covered in poop. My boyfriend took the cat in, got him multiple litter boxes, keeps them clean, but the cat has just never used a litter box regularly. He's getting older now, so he's also peeing around the house. The cat didn't learn to clean himself that well, so sometimes he would sit on the bed after going to the bathroom, and there would be poop stains on the sheets. My boyfriend has taken the cat to the vet for bathroom issues many times, but the vet said there's nothing wrong with him except the occasional UTI, which we've treated with medication. The pee part had gotten so bad that there's now quite a strong odor to his flat as soon as you open the door.
Oh.
He can't work from home, so he's out of the house 8 hours a day. And when he comes back, there is an assortment of bathroom leftovers that he cleans. Bathroom leftovers. I think maybe the pee soaked through and can't fully be cleaned because the cat will pee and poo in very similar parts of the room each time.
Well, it's alone for 8 hours a day.
I mean, it's a cat. Though.
That's plenty of time for it to. Well, no, I'm saying if it pees like as soon as he leaves for work, that's plenty of time for it to just soak into the floor.
My boyfriend is the sweetest man, and even though this bathroom situation is frustrating, he loves the boy and treats him very well and does his best to clean the messes as they come. We've been talking about next plans of where to live and talking about maybe moving into a flat I would buy in the next year, but I can't help but feel really hesitant about the cat moving in. Would I be the asshole if I held off on my boyfriend moving into this theoretical house till the cat passes?
Absolutely not. Keep that cat out of your house. Keep it the fuck out of your house. If I buy, okay, hold on. If I buy a brand new place and you bring, I don't care if it's a cat or a dog, you bring your pet over and it starts pissing and shitting all over my house, you're both gonna go and you're not gonna fucking be welcome back. Because he probably smells like piss all the time. I'm sorry. Ugh.
The cat?
Both of them.
Okay.
God, she said that his apartment his flat.
I mean, probably.
Smells like, God,
Yeah.
all I can think of is like, wait, I don't know. Have you ever smelled like a cat infested house, but then like,
Oh, yeah.
and then just like not cleaning like all the shit and pee. Ugh. Just probably reeks of like ammonia in there.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I don't know if it's not clear as to whether or not he's renting or if he owns this place. I don't think
You better hope he owns it.
Well,
I mean, I don't even know
because then how are you going to sell it?
Yeah, exactly. He's about to get charged out the ass if he rents.
You're gonna have to like
should.
deep clean, like deep shampoo everything.
You're gonna have to like rip everything up and
It's very possible.
redo
Yeah.
it. I mean, I don't know how.
It doesn't
else.
say how long the cat's been living in this specific apartment.
Yeah.
But it sounds like
In the other house. Oh my god. Just no. I was thinking about like all the poo under the bed and like.
Well, that was the relative that passed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so what if the cat has, because cats can live a while. I think the oldest cat that I've ever
Then I
heard
guess
of
we're
is like
gonna be living
21.
apart for a while.
I mean, that's a way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to buy a brand new place, at least brand new to me, and then have this animal come in. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's any other alternatives, but like
Move to a farm and let it be an outside cat.
maybe, yeah, I don't know if that's
I
an
don't
option.
know.
Maybe
It's probably too like half domesticated, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if it would survive. I don't know the location of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're in the city, if they're in the country.
Either way, I wouldn't want to live with that cat. It just sounds like the smell alone.
Yeah.
Like that alone is enough for me to not like.
Yeah.
No,
It's pretty noble, like what this guy is doing, though.
I mean, yeah,
know,
good
it's
for
pretty-
you, but like,
It needs
doesn't
to-
mean I have to
something-
live with it. That's your choice.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know.
She
guess
said
they
that they used to live together and she moved out.
Yes.
So why would you, after you've removed yourself from that situation, then put yourself right back in it in a new place that you are buying?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like she's still planning on buying it, not necessarily them together.
She says twice that she is buying.
Yeah, don't do that.
So I mean,
Don't do that.
yeah.
Don't do that.
I wonder if is there any like alternatives? Like, what would you do with a cat in that scenario? If you really want to move in with, this person, what would be in like an alternative, Because not living together, especially if you've been together for a long time, talking about like marriage or whatever, like, let's just wait 5 years or let's wait till this cat dies that sounds pretty ridiculous saying it out loud. Like, let's wait till this cat dies to move in together. So
I
is there
mean,
any
yeah,
alternatives?
without the context, if you
yeah.
don't like take in, you know.
Yeah. But is there any like alternatives? I guess you mentioned one, the farm. That's a
Yeah.
possibility. If
I
they're
mean,
willing- is a flat just an apartment or is it a property?
I think it's an apartment.
It's an apartment,
I
right?
think
Okay, that's what I
so.
thought. Okay. So that makes me think that they're like
Yeah,
that makes
I
me
think
think they're in
that's
a
an
city.
apartment. Yeah.
I don't
so,
even think like the farm would be an option.
Well, then I guess
I don't know if
I'm
you-
sorry.
wonder if you
I
can
would be
give-
drawing a line in the sand. I'm
Yeah.
not living with that cat.
I wonder if you could give the cat. What if the cat had like its own room and it was hardwood or something?
It doesn't
wonder if
even
that-
matter because it's going to soak into the floor anyway.
Well, you could pad the room, I guess, but I don't know. I guess it really depends on like how much this cat means to you. I don't like cats to begin with, so I don't really care.
I mean, it's not my cat.
right, but I mean, if they're partners, you know, I don't know.
That would turn me off. I would reconsider a lot.
Well, a question that I had. Well, it sounds like they had been together for years before this cat even came in the picture.
Yeah,
so like that's the bond's
no, that's
already
what I'm
there.
saying is I understand like it is noble that he took over the cat for, you know, after the family member passed away and everything. I get it. But like, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this without being a complete asshole.
Now you're gonna be the asshole.
I guess I am the asshole in this situation.
I mean, maybe not.
Because I'm sorry, like, I'm all for helping people out and doing it, but I'm not going to do it at the detriment to myself
Or your property.
or my property. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, if it's something where, like, I would seriously analyze the situation before I even took the cat in. Like, if I knew that was the situation, I probably wouldn't have even accepted the cat. If like that was my family member, I would have been like, somebody else needs to figure something out. Because seeing how this cat lived in this home,
Yeah.
I'm not welcoming that into my space. Like, my home is my fucking sanctuary.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, that's fair.
I'm not allowing this thing to come in and disrupt
Yeah.
it like that. And it's
But-
not just a little thing, clearly.
No, right. But I
Like-
think it's a different. I think there's two different scenarios. Is that if you're just doing this out of like the kindness of your heart, like it was a what is it? Like a not a quick death. What is it? Like a just out of nowhere kind of
Yeah,
death.
like unexpected.
Unexpected kind of death. Or if this was like a deathbed wish kind of thing, or like a will kind of thing, like, hey, I want you to take care of this cat.
I would be so mad.
I
if
think that
someone left me
drastically
their
changed it
shit.
because if like somebody leaves you this cat that they loved, you know, in their will or death wish or whatever it is, and then you go against that, that's bad fucking juju. That is bad juju, and I want no part of it. I will figure out a way to do it, but
It
now
didn't say that, so I'm assuming that's not the case.
because it's easier.
Yeah.
Okay. The other scenario would be where you're just doing it out of like the kindness of your heart, and that's where it would be different for me. I would be like, I need to. This doesn't work. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think that's
It's
the
like,
difference.
I want to help you,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna let you disrupt my space like that
Yeah.
because this is, and like this, that would ruin my day all day, every single day.
Yep.
No.
Under your bed too.
No.
You would have to like block off.
No. The
Yeah.
second I walk into my house and it smells like cat piss, I'm mad.
Oh, yeah.
And like I don't
100%.
want to live like that.
It's crazy that she moved out too.
That's what I'm saying. Again,
But they're still
you
together.
already moved out because of the cat. Why would you even consider
That's-
putting yourself back in that same situation?
That's what makes me feel like this is like a death wish or like a will thing, because like it seemed like it didn't seem like they got into a fight or like anything like that. And she moved out of anger. It's like I
Yeah.
can't do this anymore. But they're together.
I
They're
mean-
talking about, you know, not buying a house together, but moving in together again. You know, so obviously they're still together. They're still happy. Whatever. It's just this cat. You know.
I think she should wait and not move in with him.
I think
Move
that's
back in with him.
Yeah, right. I think that's definitely a good call. I think they just, you know, travel back and forth, you know?
You change your clothes outside and then you can come inside. I'll give you a fresh pair. We'll buy you fresh clothes that you can wear at my house.
God. Another thing, too, is like you're not teaching an old cat new tricks.
I mean, yeah.
If it hasn't. And another thing, too, that I wanted to hit on was like, it says something about like the cat never learned to clean himself. That's a natural fucking instinct.
That's what I'm saying. Is
what
like,
do you mean?
What was happening? This
know.
cat seems like it needs more than what you can offer it because whoever had it clearly wasn't taking proper care of it.
Well, it was an elderly person, so probably maybe not capable,
whether
depending on the situation. But regardless, like that cat
if they had it,
is extremely underdeveloped.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Like, and that's another
So I
reason
was just
too.
assuming that they had the cat for a long time. Then, like,
Yeah,
if you care, you take the steps to make sure that it
and that's another
knows how to care for itself.
I think that's another reason why the farm idea wouldn't work. Because if this cat is so underdeveloped that it can't care for itself, could you imagine it being out in the wild? Yeah. So, like, what do you do? Do you put it down? Do you? Fair. I don't know.
I mean, at a certain point, maybe that is like, I mean, I don't know how old the cat is. They said it's healthy other than like UTIs.
Yeah.
I've never had a cat. I don't know how cat UTIs are. So I guess I have had a cat, but not like that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, of course.
So,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how intense those get, but
I think the biggest thing is obviously she is not the asshole.
Yeah.
But I think you can't put the cat down because like it's healthy.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. What I mean? Is
minus
like
the UTI. But they said that's not a serious thing. It's just medication. Yeah. It's good. UTIs aren't.
That would be like the only scenario, I guess, if like it got sick and like that got worse, which like I don't know how the fuck it could get worse, but that would be like the exception, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
It's wild.
On behalf of her though, don't move in. Don't fucking move in with that man and his cat.
Yeah, I don't even know what you could do. Like I don't even looking at their perspective from the guy. I don't know what you could do. I guess, like I said, it comes down to was it a death wish or like a will thing, and then if it was, then I guess you can ride it out or
you're gonna have to.
But that's nasty. That is nasty. I couldn't imagine walking into a house and it just smells like cat. That's bad. I don't know. I don't know how to combat that.
I don't want to.
I thought this one was interesting because like,
I mean, yeah, I just think of like, because I've walked into some houses that like, you know, if they have a lot of cats, I don't know. Like some people, they do maintain like the cleanliness and everything, but like you can tell when they don't is what I'm saying. And so I'm imagining the ones that don't and then more. You know, so that's why I'm saying like the ones that don't, that already bothers me. So with like the in more intense, I'm gonna throw up the second I walk in. I'm not even gonna be able to breathe. Like that shit burns my nostrils.
Could you imagine if this flat was like all carpet?
That's what I'm saying.
And not like any hardwood except for like the kitchen.
Even so, like
that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, it sounds like. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he's renting or if he owns the place, but I think regardless, it's going to be a big bill.
Yeah.
Because now you got to like deep clean all of that.
Yeah.
And probably, like you had said, probably rip up the carpets.
Yeah. It's not going to be good. I mean, this carpet, cat is already costing you a fortune and it's like, it's not even done.
Yeah. Imagine if it has like 5 years left.
I'm going to enjoy my 5 years living in my cat-free home is all I'm saying. Honestly, at that point, I might just get so comfortable. We can stay together. We'll just still live apart. That's all right. We'll have sleepovers.
You're something else.
After 5 years?
I guess.
Fall into a rhythm.
That sounds like a horrible way to live.
Some people thrive that way. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. I think that's comparable to sleeping in separate beds.
I mean, yeah, but I think that it's a testament that like she already moved out because like she already chose, but she's already chosen her peace by living on her own.
Yeah.
So
I think once the cat's out of the equation, though, I think they would.
I mean, yeah, as long as the man's not just disgusting on his own, hopefully.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe give it some time. You hold out until that cat dies, and then give it like another 6 months just to see.
The thing is that like he cares for the cat and cleans up immediately when he gets home, is what it said. So like he's not just like living in filth.
He's still allowing it to happen though.
Well, he's not really allowing it to happen. It's happening when he's not there.
Yeah, but he's the one leaving the cat home alone for 8 hours a day.
Oh, I don't know where else you would take it.
Daycare. Yeah. I don't fucking know. Maybe. I'm just saying, like, there's other things that, there's.
Then it can go shit somewhere else.
Or they could at least, like, maybe they could watch it and make. I don't know what the solution is. My only solution. It's
a hard one.
Girl, don't move in. Don't move in.
Oh goodness, how gross. Anyways. You ready to move on?
Yes, please. Move on from the cat shit.
Next up is Maybe It's Not That Bad. This one is about something that most people hate, but you actually don't mind. This week, we got 4 options. You can only pick one, and we'll save the rest for the other episodes. This one, all new topics.
Okay.
Brand new. So we got unsolicited advice, small talk, routine, and being bored. And I have examples for each if you need them.
Oh, these are all really good.
You want to hear? I know, right? You want to hear them again?
Sure. Do you want to do your descriptions this time?
Sure, yeah. So unsolicited advice.
Okay.
So it could be like some think they're trying to help, or some think that they just want to add their 2 cents. Small talk. Some think that they're just filling the silence or trying to get to know someone, or some think it's annoying or unnecessary. Routine. Some think that it's not boring, but stabilizing. When everything else feels chaotic, routine is an anchor. Or some think that the chaos adds excitement to their lives. And then being bored, some think that boredom breeds creativity. That's when the best ideas sneak in. Or some think that boredom is just plain boring and they never want to be bored.
I think more people should be bored.
Maybe.
I was leaning more towards the small talk, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, because we were already talking about it.
Okay. I mean, so how do you feel about small talk?
For the most part, I guess I don't mind. I don't know.
I think you thrive on small talk.
Unfortunately,
we just had a whole conversation.
Yeah, I think that I when I think about it, I don't like it, but then I find myself doing it, and then afterwards, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that wasn't that bad.
Well, it's like when you go into like social situations, like you panic about it and like you hate like building up to it.
Yeah, the lead up to it.
But as soon as you enter it, you're like, it's just natural.
Snap in.
Yeah, you're just like.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how I do it, I suppose. But I do think that, like, I don't know, because, so definitely rave. I've had a lot of, like, really good interactions.
Well, this isn't rant or rave. But.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah. So what other people, so, like, that's why I gave you the examples of, like, you know, some people just think it's annoying and unnecessary. And then some people thrive on it.
I actually don't mind it. Yeah. I've had a lot of really good interactions with small talk. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just be fucking for real about it. I've had a lot of really good interactions.
Are you trying to fill the silence? Or are you trying to get to know someone? Or are you just being friendly or what?
Usually just being friendly. I used to try to fill the silence a lot until I started learning the art of shutting the fuck up. And so I try not to do that anymore. But apparently, like we said, I give off this aura that makes people want to fill the space with me.
Yeah.
So I end up just like reciprocating. Unless like, if I'm really not into it, like I'll really make a point to not like super engage.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, I mean, I end up engaging anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's not very often where you don't engage in that.
Yeah. I guess like if it's a random man talking to me, then I don't really engage.
Well, yeah.
Women, I'm like, oh, let's have a whole conversation.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Just because like some people can be kind of creepy or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, women can also be creepy. But female to female.
I really don't get it from other women.
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
Yeah. I hardly ever get the creep factor from another woman.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's always like even sometimes like I'll like a quick interaction or something, but like if this dude keeps trying to talk to me, then I'm like, go the fuck away. We're not friends. I
Right.
don't want to talk to you like that. But it's funny because I'll like be avoidant in like this aisle, and then in the next aisle go have a whole conversation with a woman. Fuck that man. I don't care. I don't know him. Not my problem.
I mean, yeah, it comes down to comfort level, obviously.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, I'm trying to think. I had a good. Oh, no. So, like I was saying, I've had a lot of really good, like, interactions just from basic small talk, you know? I mean, even remember back when we had, like, first gotten together and we went to that Rent-A-Center and randomly started talking to that dude.
Yeah.
And that's how we got in touch with the landlord.
Yeah.
So we moved into that place
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
We like didn't have any
That's
place to
right.
go after the dorms,
Yeah.
but because of
That
me
interaction.
just chit-chatting away,
Yeah.
how you hate, I got us a place to live. So
Oh God.
you're welcome
Okay.
is what I mean.
I see. Well, I mean,
No,
it works out
but-
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, or even just like, you know, passing along like random information and stuff like that. Like if, you know something or
Like networking is really
Yeah,
good.
I mean, in a way, I guess. I don't really think of it as like networking, just I don't know.
suppose. I mean, that could be a form of networking, though. Small talk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it starts.
I
Small
guess.
talk,
I don't
you
know. I mean, just like even like in the grocery store or something, like I don't know how to explain it. Like somebody will like mutter something and we'll like have a laugh and I'll be like, oh, you're looking for this? It's over there actually.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, thank you. Okay. And then they go and find their thing and like we move on.
Yeah.
Or like there's another time that like I was looking for like salsa in the store. And the dude was like, oh, I've tried all these salsas. What kind do you like? Da, da, da. And like, I told you about this. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm trying to find it for my husband.
Yeah.
And like, he likes this and that and the third. And he was like, oh, here's some different kinds and da, da, da. And like, I ended up coming
So
home with
random.
like 3 new
Yeah.
salsas for you to try. But whatever, like different shit like that where
That's funny.
it's like just random small conversations
Yeah.
that like don't really mean anything
Right,
in the
yeah.
long run, but sometimes it makes
Yeah,
a
so-
difference. Like sometimes there's like that one little thing that you remember and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like, I mean, small talk and like networking can
Yeah.
branch off into the ideas that it branches off into much bigger things. So
I mean, yeah.
the concept, it makes sense. It's there, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it, I guess.
yeah, you're definitely into the small talk for sure. I don't. I hate it. I hate small talk. I hate so like, I don't know, meaningful conversations.
Yeah.
I've found that like I can really get into like certain topics, you know. Like the if I were to get into like a random topic like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
With a random person. That could go the distance. Like that's small talk that, you know.
Right.
But like there was one time where we were all sitting, so I was back at LM and it was like one of the planning weeks or whatever. And we were just sitting, I think like we were wrapping up planning and we were all sitting around the conference table. And then they started this random fucking conversation about what your favorite, like a mythical creature or like Greek god. It was Greek gods. That's what it was. Who's your favorite Greek god? And they went all the way around the table, and everybody's just saying, "Oh, their favorite Greek god and all that," because they all play like that kind of stuff and all that. And they got to me, I was
like
like,
a D&D thing.
"Yeah, I was
Got
like,
it.
I don't fucking care. Like, I have so much work to do that like I don't fucking care." And I said that. It's like I don't fucking care, and they just moved on.
You're so funny.
But I was like, this is like small talk like that. I can't fucking stand.
Yeah.
Because like for one, if like I already have a task list that's like a mile long.
Yeah.
And I'm at work. You know what I mean? Or when I was at work, when I had that huge task list and I had all this stuff going on, and then it's also a topic that I don't care about. You're not pulling me into that fucking conversation. Like.
yeah, I guess.
Who's your favorite Greek god?
I probably would have been like, I don't
fucking
know.
care.
Hercules, and then
don't-
like walked out.
Yeah, like it was just stuff like
just
that.
I
Like,
don't know, but
but if it's a topic that I'm interested in, or if it's like something like even like a professional level, you know, like some of those conversations that are like meaningful and like stuff like that.
yeah,
But like it's just the small talk it's legit just small talk, just randomness.
yeah,
And if it's a topic that I don't care about, I fucking hate small talk.
yeah,
That's the biggest thing with me.
yeah.
So I think I would be the exact opposite. I would
Sometimes
be
it just it
something
gets
gets
really
annoying
awkward,
or
I
unnecessary.
guess.
It is annoying and unnecessary.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess really my thing is like, if it doesn't feel natural, then like don't force it.
Yeah.
As it's kind of how I feel. It's like I try not to like go out of my way to like
Oh, of course not.
Start conversations with people or anything like that. Like I'll see something and like think something to myself, but if I don't feel like it's gonna add value somewhere, then like what's the point?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean I don't know.
There's a lot of conversations that aren't gonna fucking lead anywhere though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these topics are just like, I don't care.
Yeah, or like I'll go into it knowing like if I'm at the store, if it's like at Walmart or something, like if I go and walk by the books and I see somebody like picks up a book that I've read or something, I'll be like, hey, that was a really good book, blah, blah, blah. And like, but I'll say it as I'm walking by and I just fucking keep it pushing. So I'm like trying to make it clear that like, I'm just going to drop this little gem and continue on my way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to have a whole conversation. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just really try to like figure out where my boundaries are before I get before I get too far into the interaction, I guess. Like, especially if, I'm doing something and somebody starts talking to me immediately, if I'm like, I don't have the fucking time for this, I'll know, like, I need to wrap this up real quick. Mm-hmm. And then other times if I'm like just dilly dallying, then I'm like, dude, okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. But no, the book example is really good. Is a really good example because that's like a commonality. I guess that's like something you have in common.
Yeah,
right?
just something
or you could have
like-
in common. So like that's already like, so like in my example, the Greek gods or whatever, right? If I was in that scenario, that situation, like a bookstore or whatever, and I was looking at a book about Greek gods.
Yeah.
And then somebody were to have that conversation, then it makes sense because then like, or
at least there's something to connect it to.
there's
It's not
something
just
common.
random.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
fair.
guys have that commonality.
Yeah.
So I think that's different. Where it's just like a random interaction with just a completely random conversation.
Yeah.
That's where I'm just like, this is fucking no. Like I'm not gonna entertain this. I don't care.
You're so funny.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
I don't know.
I can't fake that.
I guess. Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know. If I had no interest in it, especially like no knowledge or interest, it's like I don't care.
Yeah.
But if something I have interest in or knowledge, and or both, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose
then
like
it's
if you
like,
feel like you have something to add to it.
Yeah, right.
then
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's the biggest
fair.
thing.
I
don't think there needs to like filling the silence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would much rather just leave.
Those ones sometimes, I'm like, we don't need to do this.
No.
Like I would, that was one thing that I really kind of put into place when I was over at the office too. Like sometimes when I would get people to come in, like I think I was telling you this, that I would kind of gauge it as we were walking back to the cubicle. Like I'd be like, oh, how you doing today? And da-da-da.
Yeah,
and then like, depending on how they would respond, like see how, we'd go about the conversation, if we'd like have a little bit extra conversation or if I'm keeping it like strictly technical.
Right. Yeah.
And like the only time that we would talk was when I was like asking them questions related to their taxes or something, And like sometimes I didn't mind those though. Cause then I was like, oh my God, I've been like talking to people all fucking day. And I finally get to just like, I can just do my job. And like, especially if they're like, sorry, I just need to do this. I need to get some work done. And I'm like, me too.
Yeah.
Like, God.
You don't have to worry about doing your job and entertaining.
Exactly. Yeah. Cause like, I mean, I've gotten pretty good to where I can like do what I need to do, make sure I'm doing it correctly and hold a conversation. But obviously it's a lot faster when I can just do what I need to do.
Exactly.
So yeah, I would always welcome those, especially if it was like one of my last couple appointments. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm like, now I can probably get this done quick. I'm going to dip out of here early. Ooh, like I might have an extra 5 minutes in the car by myself. Yes. Like, I
That's
can't
peak adulthood
wait.
right there.
Seriously. Like, I don't have to
That's
rush
funny.
to go pick them up. I can like cruise.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't have to wish for green lights the whole way. I can just
Yeah.
listen to my music. Oh my God.
Yeah. Stress free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny because I actually had a conversation with Gabe before in the shop. And he said like the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think you were the one that said that, I think it was you. You were saying that people, I forget verbatim how you said it, but people dump their not baggage, but like their life stories on two different people in their lives.
Yep.
One's their barber, one's their tax professional or whatever.
Yeah, that's something my manager said to me.
Yeah. Which is funny because like I know those two categories. It's like you and Gabe. So like once you told me that, I kind of brought that to Gabe and I was like, you know, do you ever like how do you navigate that situation? And he's like the same exact thing. Like you just have to like some people just want to sit there and be quiet in the chair.
Yeah, some people it's just their time
then
to
he just works
be.
exactly what you just said. Like he just works. Or there's somebody like, you know, somebody that's more friendly or wants to talk, you know, that's when you can like gauge that situation.
Yeah.
And kind of just let it kind of steer its own way, which is what you do as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in customer service too, I kind of like let you guide your own service in a way. Like I provide the same baseline, but if it's like a fucking Uber, you want a quiet Uber, you get a quiet Uber. That's okay. I won't talk to you. But if you want to be a chatty Cathy, okay, we'll chat or whatever, you know, guess, something like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't ask that. I wish you could put that in like an appointment request. Like, here's my quiet hours.
Oh God.
Do you want a quiet appointment? Oh, how I should bring that up. Oh my God, that would be lovely.
But not everybody. I think not everybody uses Uber or taxis, right?
Yeah.
But I think
no, that was just an example.
No, right. But the saying though that you said, like, you know, there's people. How did you word it? People tell you their life stories.
Oh yeah. There's how did she say it? She's like there's two professions that people tell their life story to. It's their barbers and then their tax preparer. Yeah. That's how she said it to me. I think it might have been three, like the barber, barber, and then a tax preparer, something like that. Yeah. But like I remember
not everybody has a bartender.
Yeah, like she said that to me at like the very beginning of the tax season, like when I was in training. Because she was like, I mean, one of the big things, obviously, with doing, like, you have to ask people questions. And I always preface it that, like, I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions. I'm not trying to get into your business. It's because I need to do this, like, for this, you know? And obviously, I could keep it confidential. I'm not going to go share their personal information or anything like that. So, like, we were talking about that. And I was like, I brought up how sometimes I feel awkward and, like, I sometimes feel like I'm being nosy or something like that. And then that's when she said it. She's like, you'll be surprised how much people start talking once they sit down in your chair. Oh yeah. And it's it's astounding the amount of information that people are willing to just throw like literally word vomit at you once you sit down. And it's like once you trade like the personal information, they're like, all right, it's fine. And I mean, I really have to but also I think
lock
it down.
Those two categories are interesting though, because those are the two main ones where like everybody has them, right? So everybody, I mean, I guess not everybody, but most people have a barber and most people have like some kind of tax professional, right? Not everybody has like a bartender or a taxi driver, stuff like that. But like with those two, what's interesting to me is that, and what makes sense is that like those are the two professions that almost everybody has, almost has to have, right?
Yeah, or
but
interacts with.
Yeah, right, interacts with. And then that's also like extended. So like you have a lot of customer service that's like quick. So you don't have that, even if there is personal information, like it's quick. Yeah. There's not that thing, right? But when people actually like sit down, like when those two people sit down together, that's when like, let me give you my fucking life story.
And they do.
That's why it's that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't be in that fucking profession though.
I don't mind it. I mean, I've even had like one of my coworkers said something to me once, and she was like, "You just let these people talk and talk and talk," and I'm like, sometimes they just need that, honestly. Like, and what am I gonna do? I'm getting paid to sit here and do your task. Like, we don't have to sit here and just stare at each other. If you want to talk, let's talk. I don't care. Like, we can sit here and bullshit. I gotta be here all day anyway. I might as well try to like enjoy my time.
That's true.
Like, I don't want to dread every interaction that I'm about to. That's a miserable way to go about my day. I don't want to do that.
You're also very like personable. Like you're very, you know.
Yeah, I just.
So I think that's. It just comes
tried
natural.
To like.
Yeah.
It's really just trying to keep myself like up
Yeah.
and engaged and not like crash in the middle of the day and shit.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, definitely rubs
I would just
off
get
on other people.
any profession that requires like small talk.
It gets to be a
all
lot.
Day is just, that's not for me.
I mean, yeah, like you saw, there were times that I would come home and I'm like, I just need to go like sit outside for a minute.
Yeah.
Like I just give
Yeah,
me a
that's
little
fair.
bit.
Yeah.
Like, because especially I would,
interacting all
I
day.
would work and then go straight to like getting the kids
Yep.
and doing all that with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like by the time, you know, like we got to you, I was like, please just
Yeah.
like I need you to take them. I have to go over here because like I'm at my limit
Yeah.
for like interactions
Been
for
interacting
the day.
all day.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not,
very draining.
that's not for me.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But
it's a nice thing that
other
it's
than
only
that, though,
seasonal because
I think-
like
Yeah, that's true.
by
But
the end of the season, I'm like, I'm fucking done with people.
oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, by then you've talked with hundreds of people.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like by that point, people are starting to get real pissy and stuff, and
Well,
then
yeah.
it's just like everybody's
that's
ready for tax season to be over.
Yeah.
Me
Well, once that deadline comes up, the closer you get to it, the bitchier people get.
It's not my fucking
Even
fault.
though, yeah, obviously,
I know, but it's just
people don't realize it.
people out there. Please stop yelling at your tax preparers. It's not our
Yeah.
fucking fault. Okay, I
And,
don't
like,
work for the IRS.
The deadline is the same deadline every year. It's every fucking
I
year.
don't mind the
It's
small
same
talk.
day.
Please stop yelling at me.
Yeah.
Please stop yelling at me.
God. Jesus. Other than that, though, I think small talk is definitely right up your alley.
Yeah.
Where I think it's just annoying and unnecessary.
So I say maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Clearly you disagree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I fucking hate small talk with like strangers and stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
Sometimes,
you ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay. Our last segment is a feel good for the week because we could use more good news. I got this article from Good News Network. They always have good news. Like I always go to that
because
website.
it's Good News Network.
I know, but like no other like there's I'm saying like there's not a whole lot of options.
Yeah.
Like I went to like other sites and I was like either it's like years old or like it's just not that great.
or like a
This-
misleading headline or
Exactly.
something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is like always.
I know that's
like,
why I think I went right to that when I
Yeah.
did my episode because I was like, at least I know.
Yeah, they got really good stuff. And this was posted. I think this one was posted July 31st today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll leave a link in the description for those that are interested. So this article is titled "Shelter Dog Who Recognized Man's Oncoming Seizures Finds Forever Home." Yeah. A shelter dog who detected a man's oncoming seizure, having never been trained to do so, has found a forever home after applications flooded in. Sweet, I think it's Sienna, Sienna.
Yeah, that's Sienna.
Sienna. Okay, so Sweet Sienna, the pit bull lab mix, made headlines around the country in June, so last month, for her medical instincts on display all unexpectedly at an adoption event in Virginia. On that fateful day, Sienna broke away from the crowd of dogs, appreciative attendees, and familiar caretakers, walking right up to a man at a slight distance from the center of the event. She sat down, looked at him in the eye, put her paw on his leg, and refused to leave his side. She sat quietly at his feet, refused to budge, and softly placed her paw on his leg. Sienna's shelter, called Friends of Campbell County Animal Control of Virginia, said in a Facebook post at the time, it wasn't a trick, it wasn't prompted, it was pure intuition. She then started pawing at his leg. Despite never receiving training on how to detect medical emergencies, Sienna knew something was wrong. The man, Josh Davis, had forgotten to take his epilepsy medication that morning, and it seems Sienna knew before anyone else did. It looked like something you'd see in a movie. Kristen Davis, Josh's husband, told ABC News. She kept putting her paw up on his leg and like, hey, are you paying attention to me? I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
We were all kind of standing around like, did that just happen? After the shelter announced what happened on Facebook, the story was featured on news networks nationwide, and applications for adoption came in by the dozens.
Wow.
However, good Sienna's intuitions were about Davis. They were at most as good as Sharon Sweeney's intuition about Sienna. The Virginia resident had an outstanding adoption request before Sienna became dog of the day, and she took the 60-pound pooch home this week. Jackie Pop, I think, a volunteer, just Jackie, a volunteer at Friends of Campbell County was walking Sienna around on the day of her heroics. And she says it's a reminder of the unique powers that shelter dogs have. Don't overlook the stray dogs that are in your local shelters. All of them have amazing traits about them.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wow.
No previous training, no previous anything. Just like a shelter dog.
Yeah.
Just had this
Well,
intuition.
some dogs I think just have that ability naturally. Like that's why they thrive so well in like those training programs. But yeah, a lot of times they do have to be trained specifically for that stuff.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's really nice. I'm glad that those powers were discovered.
And it's crazy. This was like an adoption event.
Yeah.
And like she broke away from fucking everybody. How she got loose, I don't know.
God.
But she just went straight up to this guy.
Do you wonder how many people like passed by her in the shelter and she just couldn't get to them? Oh
yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I guess.
I'm glad she found her forever home.
I wonder if it's a smell thing.
I think so, like a hormonal
So that wouldn't
thing.
even be like a thing if she's behind the glass.
Oh, I guess if they were behind glass and not just the chain.
Yeah, there's probably so many smells around her already.
Yeah, I suppose.
And
I don't know.
It's got to be a smell thing.
I don't know.
But
I don't know the
anyways,
science behind it.
Yeah.
But that's really cool, though.
Yeah, that is, isn't it?
Yay.
And then
good
by the
job.
dozens,
Yeah.
the adoption paperworks.
That's awesome.
Or, applications came through.
Oh, yeah. And that's
pretty cool.
probably people that are like, we've been looking for,
Yeah.
you know, like, shit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not the medical. What is it
Like
called?
a support animal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why couldn't I think of that?
But like she wasn't even like trained for it.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
they're
but
just
that's what I'm
natural,
saying
yeah.
is like, that's awesome that, you know, hopefully she went to somebody who like was struggling to get one the
Yeah.
traditional route and they came together
Yeah.
and, you know.
Imagine you take a dog that already has that kind of natural ability and then you put it through training. That would be
she would be a
phenomenal,
superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support animal.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
I think that would be good. I'm sure that they probably did just to keep like pushing.
Hopefully, yeah.
You know, those instincts.
Yeah, I mean, if you find out this dog has these natural abilities, then you should lean on that. You should strengthen those abilities. You know what I mean? Because she could do phenomenal things. Get her own TV show and everything.
Oh my God. Sienna the super dog.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm going to write it now.
Oh, God.
TM.
Oh, God. Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
No.
Okay. All right. That's it for this week's episode of the Ranting Podcast, the Rant Files. If you enjoy the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see everyone next week.
Yay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.